Hi everyone! Hansi Flick is the new coach of Barcelona. Chelsea have apparently decided on a new manager's candidacy as well. And Xavi has sent a rather shocking message to Barca's new boss. Let's get the show on the pitch. Vinicius is more focused on winning another Champions League than on individual awards, Carlo Ancelotti stated. Italian manager Antonio Conte is on the verge of becoming the head coach of Napoli. The Parthenopeans are determined to finalize the deal with Conte this week. Fabrizio Romano to West Ham. Here we go. Verbal agreement now in place between West Ham and Flamengo for 28-year-old centre-back. 12 million euros fixed fee plus 1.5 million euros add-ons. Brazilian centre-back will be first signing for Lopetegui at West Ham United. Xavi is willing to completely let go of his remaining contract as long as the rest of his staff get paid in full. Bochum overpowered Fortuna Düsseldorf to secure their place in the Bundesliga. The first leg tie saw Bochum losing 0-3 at home to Fortuna, but in the second leg, the undescendables managed to clinch the win at full time with the same scoreline. Neither side scored in extra time. Then, in a penalty shootout, the guests turned out to be more accurate, 6-5. Porto boss Sergio Conceição has made the decision to step down from his position. The matter may be officially announced today. The Portuguese is wanted by Marseille. Manchester United striker Anthony Martial has confirmed he is leaving the club when his contract expires this summer. A Spanish judge ordered football ruling bodies FIFA and UEFA to halt their opposition to a parallel European competition known as the European Super League, ruling they are practicing anti-competitive behavior. Albania national team head coach Silvinho has named his 27-player preliminary squad for Euro 2024. Kieran McKenna will pen a new contract with Ipswich Town. Chelsea, Man United and Brighton were previously interested in his services. Atalanta and Netherlands midfielder Martin de Roon will miss Euro 2024 due to muscle injury, the player himself tweeted. Aston Villa head coach Unai Emery has extended his contract at the club. The agreement is valid for 5 years. In the 2023-24 season, under Emery's guidance, the Villains took 4th place in the Premier League and qualified for the Champions League. Lens manager Frank Heise has accepted Nice's offer to lead the team. Now the Eaglets have to reach an agreement with his current club. Juventus have announced that their left-back Alexandro will leave the club as a free agent. His contract expires on June 30th, 2024. Alex made 327 appearances for the White and Blacks. Real Madrid does not consider itself a favorite in the Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund. Dani Carvajal assured. I will never forget that Xavi made me play in Barcelona's first team, Fermin Lopez claimed. Southampton have triggered a permanent transfer for centre-back Harwood Ballis, with Man City receiving £20 million. Bayern Munich are closing in on signing Schalke 04 central midfielder Hassan Ouedraogo. The Rotten are clear favorites for the 18-year-old playmaker. Talks on the transfer are at an advanced stage, with final details expected to be resolved shortly. Juventus have sent all formal documents to Thiago Motta's camp in order to review and sign on a 3-year contract. Former Barcelona boss Xavi Hernandez has entered the top 10 in terms of the number of games he has coached at the Catalan team. The clash versus Sevilla marked the Spaniard's 143rd commitment in all tournaments. He equaled Elenio Herrera in this regard. Spain's national team has unveiled a preliminary 29-player squad for the European Championship. Furia Roja will face Croatia, Italy, and Albania in the Euro 2024 Group B. Lunin has a fever. We hope he will recover before Sunday's game against Borussia, Carlo Ancelotti shared. Lautaro Martinez became the best scorer in Serie A in 2023-24. The Argentine backed 24 accurate shots. Cristiano Ronaldo has broken the Saudi Pro League record for most goals in a single season with 35 strikes, 35 goals and 11 assists in 31 appearances. The previous record was Abderrazak Hamdallah's 34 goals tally in the 2018-2019 season. Villarreal's 22-year-old midfielder Alex Baena has now provided the most assists in La Liga this season. The player has 14 assists. Dismissal from Barcelona? I must not say the reason. That's up to Laporta, Xavi said. Ronaldo Nazario has 3 offers to buy Real Valladolid. The Brazilian wants to take a few days to analyze a few things and then finally decide on his plans for the club. Juventus continued to work on the transfer of Genoa striker Albert Gudmundsson. Negotiations with the footballer's agents are going well. I personally would like Klopp to leave in a big way, winning things, and it didn't happen that way. Goal.com quotes Darwin Núñez as saying, "Next week, Di Maria's representatives will discuss the Argentine's future at a meeting with Benfica's president." Real Valladolid became the first team of La Liga 2 to secure a direct return to the elite division. It would be a very big surprise if Vinicius does not win the Ballon d'Or, stated Brazil head coach Divaral Jr. Chelsea are no longer considering Kieran McKenna's candidacy. Now their only options are Leicester City's Enzo Maresca and Brentford's Thomas Frank. Real Madrid head coach Carlo Ancelotti addressed goalkeeper Thibaut Courtois during the matchday 38 of La Liga versus Real Betis. "Thibaut, no, we can't show those insecurities 7 days before the Champions League final," Carletto said. Romelu Lukaku would like to work with Antonio Conte again. The forward could move to Napoli if the manager takes over the team. Moving on to the main news of the release. Barcelona head coach Xavi gave advice to his successor after the victory over Sevilla in the last matchday of the Spanish league. "To the new manager, I tell you, you will suffer. This is a very complicated place to be. This is a difficult job and you have to be patient. The only thing that will save the new coach is winning," Xavi noted at the post-match press conference. It has been rumored that Hansi Flick will be the one to step in as the next Blaugrana coach. He will ink a 2-year contract. Talks between Barcelona and Joshua Kimmich have reached a deadlock. The reason for this lies in the footballer's economic demands. The 29-year-old German's request does not match the Catalan club's capabilities. According to multiple sources, Kimmich currently earns about 19.5 million euros before taxes at Bayern, and the Spanish giants will have a hard time matching this figure. Earlier on, there were rumors suggesting that the midfielder was also in the sphere of Real Madrid's interest, being seen as a replacement for Toni Kroos, who will retire after Euro 2024. Kimmich's current agreement with Bayern expires in 2025. Manchester United's board of directors will make a decision on Erik ten Hag this week. Man United board set for review this week in order to decide on Erik ten Hag's future. Contracts with representatives of other managers already took place in order to be ready, up to directors and Ineos now. Internal talks start today, crucial days and hours ahead, Romano wrote. It was previously speculated that Ipswich Town's Kieran McKenna was among the contenders for the job. Leicester City's manager Enzo Maresca could become Chelsea's next head coach. The Italian has agreed to work at the London club. In the near future, the parties are expected to agree on all contract details. The deal will be valid for either 3 years or 2 years with an option to extend for 1 more. Negotiations are still underway on this point. Leicester City have granted Chelsea formal permission to speak with head coach Enzo Maresca, according to The Athletic's David Ornstein. Today, on May 28th, Hans-Dieter Flick will sign a contract with Barcelona, insider Fabrizio Romano said. As the source informs, today the coach will arrive in the capital of Catalonia and put his signature under the agreement, which will run until 2026. Prior to that, Barcelona sacked Xavi from the head coaching position. Despite having many interested clubs like Bayern, Leipzig, Chelsea, United, and Newcastle, Xavi Simons is gaining time to be able to arrive on loan to Barca. He knows before it can happen, Barca need to receive the fair play green light from La Liga. Xavi Simons' priority is to join Barca on loan, despite PSG already informing him that Luis Enrique would have him in his plans for next season. His dream is to play for the Barca first team. Xavi Simons has done everything for PSG to allow him to join the club he wants on loan, which is Barca. Now he will wait for them to sort everything out and make a move for him. Simons wants everything done before the Euros begin on June 14th. Subscribe if you found this video useful and interesting. Check out these suggested videos from our other projects. The Football News channel was with you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.